idea to start with one class for people that struggle with ADD so they can complete that one class first and then do more classes. I don't like to read, so that may lead to more difficulty. So like switching jobs for me, they like to switch jobs. Switching jobs for me can make me go too fast. The thrill of wanting to work at a new place, but at the same time, you want to be a team player and please your boss. So you take on as many tasks as you can. And sooner or later, you can't execute as well as you were. Also, maybe reason to try a trade school to complete tasks you're interested in. And for my case, this 4-year degree came especially hard after I had a mental health disorder. But that is a different story for a different day. You have 3 kinds of memory, which are important to realize with ADHD. Short-term, long-term. Working memory, which is a space that creates memory for the short period of time. It can create for the long period of time, such as what my second grade teacher, what color of room was there when I was little. Working memory may be relevant for information about short term. For example, your last activity you did or working on a test or vocabulary test for a psychology test. It is easy to communicate verbally for some of them. We talk about what we see verbally. Information memory is important. B.F. Skinner's speech said, what's the behavior as a children? We talk about going to example the ABCs. By remembering the ABCs and practicing, you learn them. And then you sing, I can learn them too. Then you get to say, now we learned with the next sing. Sing with me next time. Self-guided talks, behavior, directed behaviors. It's our ability to see the images and plan and execute the image in memory. Is when you eat, what are you going to have for dinner? Or by planning an event. Planning can help by planning on rainy days rather than doing it at the last minute. We can watch a Home Alone when it is a rainy day. That may help you plan out the rainy day. Be both nonverbal and dysfunction when tasks may be hard. Mutual tasking may like to have other do the work, getting big projects, written out ideas, examples to do the projects. Every American League team, Royals slide 1, Yankees slide 2, and write them out. That will help you do more and stack the slides, and then you will have a better plan of what you are doing. Their sheer amount of write out task to the black hole, reoccurring help, friends get help from peers. Talking to your friends about the work may help you finish it. Start by doing tasks that positive, maybe repetitive projects may bore you at the first project, interest on it, but later on you won't be as interested. Ask what makes it not boring. Maybe you can write a paper on a subject that you enjoy. Or if you argument that LeBron James is better than Jordan, Jordan's fans might say, he's not Jordan. Jordan has 6 rings. That what a Jordan fan would say. Building in good habits and expanding on task time, many projects, doing one task at a time instead of many tasks at a time. Choose on the tasks that they do well. Finish the short-term task. First job, read the pages. Do things that are boring, and then when you get to the other side of the project, it is easier to finish the other side of the project. Plan when I'm going to do the paper. Done. Let's see, it's turned in August 2nd. You may want to type it up on July 31st. Then on August 1st, you may want to have it all done and checked. And you may want to recheck it before you turn it in on August 2nd. Work forward and take it and do it in the morning. Or for me to study for a test than it was the night before. If I got up 30 minutes before or 2 hours before and then studied, I would always do better in the morning. What do you want to achieve? Try visualizing out when you don't meet that. You don't want to need to wait until your boss tells you the project is due that day. Monthly, try to do the work before, just break it down, individual tasks. Sometimes by pressuring, you're setting a time you want to finish it, a task. To be strict on yourself, and because you have ADD, it's already impairs your inability to finish something. Celebrate little achievements. You got an A on your test, have ice cream. Relieve happy hormones, and if you think of boring tasks, you won't get the work done. But if you do a fun reward, it'll be positive power by setting a reward. For example, if you complete the 3 pages by Wednesday of a rough draft, I get to do an activity that I like. That's it for ADHD. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Learning Disability Day.
The best treatment for ADHD at any age includes several elements. It always starts with education. Most people do not understand what this condition is, and what they know about it is based on rumor and hearsay and just a lot of wrong information. So you have to kind of set them straight. And I use some analogies like you have a race car brain with bicycle brakes. You're nearsighted and have never gotten eyeglasses, so you're squinting. You're driving on square wheels. You have to put in tremendous energy to get a short distance. Those kinds of analogies to explain what it is. And then, of course, you can refer them to books. There's a ton of literature out there about it. But you want to begin with education. And I tell folks, I don't treat disabilities. I unwrap gifts. So you want to put it in a positive perspective. As you develop this condition, as you work with this, you're only going to improve. Your life is only going to get better. So it's a very good news diagnosis, because once you get the diagnosis, things can only get better. The only question is how much better, and often it's a lot better. So you start with education, then coaching, lifestyle revision, how to get organized, how to get up in the morning, how to get dressed, how to be on time, how to beat the habit of procrastination. So coaching. That can be done by a parent, by a colleague, by somebody else, or you can hire an ADHD coach. And then some kind of somatic treatment, the most common being medication. Most people are afraid of medication. That's too bad, because they shouldn't be. Medication, people ask me, do you believe in medication? The answer is it's not a religious principle. It's a medication. And when it works, it's great. And when it doesn't work, you shouldn't use it. It's that simple. A trial of medication is a trial of medication. 80% of the time, you'll get really good results. 20% of the time, you won't. So it boils down to this. If you take the medication and it helps you and does not cause side effects, hooray, keep taking it. If you take the medication and it doesn't help or it does cause side effects, don't take it again. It's that simple. And it's been turned into this incredibly conflicted mishmash and ending up with most people being afraid of it. These meds, when they work, are an absolute godsend. Do they do the whole job? No, they don't. But they can be a tremendous asset and make coaching a lot easier, make learning a lot easier. The analogy is they operate very similar to eyeglasses.